Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 24. Nice to see everyone. Thanks for coming out. Nice to see you. Yep, come on. Thanks. Yep, thanks for coming out. All right, everybody. All right. So, this morning is a Tuesday morning, and I am heading out for the day nice and early. I got a very early appointment with my dentist. Hopefully I can be out of there before 8 o'clock, and then I have an 8:30 meeting that should be more of a sit-down meeting, but I think I can pull it off in the car, because I have a feeling what I'm going to hear is just going to be ridiculous. So I'm going to take care of that meeting and then head out to a casino. Let me see here. I don't think I have much else going on the calendar. I do. I've got an afternoon appointment. That one should not be too bad either. That one should be about 20 minutes. So it should be a pretty easy day. And then the only problem is I need to be back in town for a meeting tonight that's in person. And I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So in order to make all that happen, I'm going to take a shorter route today. I'm actually going to go meet with a friend today as well. Unfortunately, last night he texted me that he was backed off his favorite casino, because he went there so often anytime that he was in town and never really got any indication of any heat. But at some point they must have analyzed his game and they backed him off last night. So he's got a pile of chips that he needs to get rid of, and I'm going to be buying them from him. They are all green chips, so I'm not going to cash them all in at one time. What I may do is take some of them to the poker room after I'm done. I may even buy in and then cash back out. We'll see. But you can't just walk up to a cashier with a lot of green chips like that without setting off some kind of an alarm. I guess they told him that if he came back or if he tried to send someone in to cash his chips, they would confiscate them, which obviously is crap. They can't do that. They won't do that, and they're just trying to scare him into giving his name. So he was trespassed without his name. They have no idea who he is. He uses a rental car when he goes to the casino, so he's not in any books or anything, so I think he's going to be okay. This place does have facial recognition, so they may have his face, but not who he is. So if he comes back, they could say that they trespassed him, but without a name or anything, just a face, it's probably going to be their word against his. They normally keep video for about 3 to 4 months. I don't see any big problem with him coming back in 6 months and giving it a try. Although if I was him, I wouldn't do it on a Friday or a weekend, just so you don't end up spending the day in jail or the weekend in jail. But other than that, I don't think it would be that big of a deal if he came back later. All right, I am on my way to the dentist right now. I'm going to arrive about 7 minutes before they open, and I'll be the first one in, first one out, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back. Oh, man, I was in there for an hour and 45 minutes. Had a cavity, had to get filled, and then he was showing me on the camera how disgusting this tooth looked. Oh, just awful. Why does he show people that stuff? He knows I'm just going to not come for 2 or 3 more years anyway, either way. But I needed a crown as well, so they took care of all that. Now my whole mouth is numb. But I had a 8:30 meeting that I had to delay till 9, so that starts in a few minutes here. But heck, everything is done, and we're on our way. I need to be back in town in like 8 hours. So we're going to drive 2.5 hours each way to gamble for 4 hours. And I guess it is rush hour. See, I'm so not used to going to a job during normal hours that I'm trying to figure out why it's so busy, but it's rush hour. People are still on their way to work. So get me through this rush hour and get me to my destination, meet my friend, pick up some chips, and go play some blackjack and beat up some casinos. So I'm thinking I may change my schedule a little bit. I may skip 1 or 2 spots just to make sure I get enough blackjack time in, and I'll be back to update you shortly. Alright guys, I am back. I'm feeling good today. I don't know why. I just got my mouth poked and cut and whatever, drilled, and I'm feeling good today. Meeting is done. On my way still to the first casino, about 20 minutes away, and we're going to go in there, play a little bit of slots. I don't expect much out of this one, but I'd love to make $100, pay for my gas for the day, and then figured out the second one is going to be slots only as well. Third one is going to be blackjack, and then I'm going to try to, yeah, that would be close. 2 more. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to try to get 2 shifts in at that casino, but I think I'll be a little bit late unless I really hit it quick on the first shift, and then go get a lunch and then come back for the second shift. We'll see. I doubt I would make it, because I think I'm going to be too late for the first shift, for the second, to be able to, anyway, you know what I'm saying. And then we're going to do a couple slots casinos on the way back, and then I have that meeting tonight. So hopefully everything goes well. If it goes as well as I'm feeling, it's going to be a great day. So letting you go for now, and I'll be back to update you shortly. Alright guys, I am back. So my goal was to hopefully make $100 at this place, and I actually made $2. I actually made $2. I found one play and played it through, ended up ahead $2. Walked around, looked at other things, and nothing was there. Someone had already been there, someone I don't know. They cover their tracks in a very unusual way, but it's definitely not anyone that I know that was there this morning. Also, I saw a guy in there that I did know that is not an AP, and he knows enough to be dangerous, and he would have totally destroyed any opportunity as well as losing all his money. So he was complaining to me about, I did this and this and it didn't work out, and only so much you could do. Can't really tell everything to everyone, so just got to sympathize with them and let it go. Also, one of the managers walked up to me while I was walking around, and this was the place where I thought a machine had malfunctioned. I think I told the story on here, and he confirmed that it was my error, that I saw it wrong, and it did actually hit the lower jackpot twice. So I did not hit the middle jackpot, I hit the lower one twice, and then afterward, when I noticed it, I did finish the play, and I did okay on the play, not great. So he walked up to me and told me that he personally went up, he said upstairs, so obviously that's where their surveillance is, and he watched the video himself, and he saw that I did hit the lower one twice. And he was telling me, he could see everything on that screen. He could see me wondering what was going on, talking to the person next to me, showing it to them, and all that stuff. So alright, right now we're proceeding on to a slot casino, and then we're going to go to the main event. I am a little bit concerned about the main event because 2 people now that I knew have now been trespassed, or at least backed off. One of them trespassed for sure, and one of them may be a trespass, so we got to be careful there. I remember recently being there, and surveillance called down. At that point I was in like 5,000, and I remember hearing the pit boss saying, oh yeah, we know who he is. He mentioned how much money I was in, so I knew it was me. We know who he is. And maybe that was enough for surveillance not to keep a close eye on me. but you know, once you cross certain thresholds, 2,000 for them to start writing your information down, 3,000 max before they write your information down, your description and all that, in cash, and 5,000 before surveillance is involved generally in my area. So you know, that's why it is important, if you're going to hit a place hard, that you bring a lot of chips with you, and it'll take that much longer before surveillance is notified and before they watch you, especially if you're hopping from table to table, or taking a break in between and you're only using chips. It might take them a heck of a long time to discover what you're doing, unless you're very aggressively spreading. So anyway, moving on. It's up to 36 degrees. It was 32 a little bit earlier, up to 36 degrees right now. Cloudy. The roads are mostly dry, so pretty good driving conditions. So I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I go into this place and I see a machine close to the front door that's in position. It's not the greatest machine, but it's in position. It's a very low risk play. It's only 80 cents per spin. I play it through, and I actually end up hitting nicely on it, and walk around, look at everything else. I'm there for 20 something minutes looking at machines, and I can't find anything else to play at all. So make one more lap around, I find nothing, and I end up just saying time to go. So I played one machine, 80 cents a spin, played that for about 5 minutes, and ended up leaving ahead $1,303. So plus 1303 on one machine, crazy. And we're moving on to the next spot right now, and we're going to be playing some blackjack finally. So I'm very excited about that. Everything is good. The sky is getting a little bit brighter. It's getting to be a nicer day. The ground is all dry now, so should be good for the rest of the trip. As soon as I get to this next spot, I'm going to put my final destination for the night in there, and I'm just going to monitor the time, and I want to make sure I have at least a 45-minute cushion in case there's any kind of traffic or accidents or anything, because I can't miss this meeting tonight. So that's where we are right now. I'm moving on to the next place, and I'll be back to update you shortly. All right, guys, I am back. You know what they say, easy come, easy go. That's what I told the casino. Easy come, easy go, as I was taking their money. I played a little bit of blackjack, a little bit of slot machines. Started with the blackjack first, $50 table, spreading from 50 to 250. Played there not too long, 35 minutes or so, and ended a shoe ahead 700. Took a walk. This is the casino now that I got to be careful of, because 3 of my friends actually in the last month or so have been kicked out of this casino. So just gotta watch myself and not go overboard for a little while until they cool off. And even before that, some friends from out of town hit this casino, and just gotta take it easy for a little while, let them cool off a little bit. So I left the blackjack ahead 700, and I didn't, I'll skip the other part. I did play some slots as well, and played one machine, 2 machines that were the same type of machine, both in good position, and normally they pay out pretty well at this location. Both of them ended up not paying out very well, so that got me down about, I don't know, $60 or $80, something like that. What are you, the police? Leave me alone. No, I'm kidding. So I was down like $60 or $80 at that point. Went over and found another machine to play, around $10 a spin, and played that one for a while. And things were looking pretty dismal there for a minute, and it finally did hit. It started paying a little bit right before it hit what I was chasing, and it paid out $1,220. So more money I have to tip out, 30 casinos. So I ended up ahead 694 on the slots. So plus 694 on the slots, plus 700 on the blackjack. And then as I was waiting for somebody to come pay me, this guy comes up to me and goes, "What up, playa?" And he was talking to the guy behind me. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm the playa here, not you." But they didn't listen to me, but whatever. What are we gonna do now? So as I was pulling into this place, it was like ice falling from the sky. So like little ice pellets were falling. Not like hail, but like little tiny pieces of ice. Right now the temperature's gone up a little bit, so it is raining. I'd like to hit 3 more casinos. I don't know if I have the time to hit all 3. For sure, I'm going to hit at least 2 of them. Right now, let me just put in here where I'm heading to and see how much playtime I have. And it looks like, yeah, I've got about 2 hours playtime. So I think I'll be okay. So just going to head on to the next place here, knowing that I have a total of 2 hours between all the casinos, and I'll probably have to get gas, and then I'll be back to update you. So I don't know if it was me or not. I'm still heading off to the next spot, by the way. I don't know if it was just me or not, knowing that people that I know recently, like very recently, were kicked out of this casino, but it seemed like everybody was on edge in there. When I was playing the high limit, the pit boss was standing behind a computer facing me the whole time. So I don't know if they were counting me down or what. The count really never got up that high, and I do the old parlay type of betting, so it looks like I raised because I won, and then it looks like I dropped because I lost, or because I had a bad feeling, or I won 2 in a row. There's always some kind of reason you can do, but I did notice them looking at me, and I made it a point to stop the play a few times and talk to the dealer and laugh and point and, hand gestures like I'm telling a story and stuff like that. And, overall, I don't know if I have any heat here, but my friend that just got backed off here didn't think he had heat either. So you never know. I guess keep making money as long as you can, and when it's over, it's over. So anyway, letting you go for now, and I'll be back after the next spot. Alright guys, I am just leaving this place. This place was pretty deserted. Generally, this place is an older crowd, so maybe they stayed home due to the bad weather, the alleged bad weather. I guess, depending on who you are, this could be bad. But as I was leaving this casino, the ice started falling again. So here we are again, worried about ice and snow. So just going to take it easy as I'm heading off to the next spot. I didn't find anything to play in there, nothing at all. I found a machine that had 2 possible plays on it, but both of them were plays I would have played at the other casino, but would never play them here. So, like I've said before, know your return to player depending on where you are, what machines you're playing. And in some places they're tighter than others. Some places, by law, they're allowed to make more or less, or they do because of the type of casino they are or the location. If they're in New York, if they're in Pennsylvania, it's totally different. Blackjack is going to be totally different. In Kansas City, then it's going to be down south, Biloxi or somewhere like that. So just got to know where you are. And I do notice that lots of times when I go to other cities, my first day or 2 will be really rough because I don't know the entry points, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe someone left this like this. And they left it like that for a reason, because you can't make money at that level in that city. So just want to stress that. So overall, ended up not making a single play, never got any money out of my pocket. I was in and out of there in 20 minutes and got myself a free drink. At least I took something away from these guys. And right now I am moving on to another casino. This did not put me too far behind at all. So moving on, and we'll see what happens at the next spot. Alright guys, I am back. Went into the next place, and as soon as I walked in, I saw this Asian lady that I saw somewhere else earlier, and I didn't think I was going to find anything, but right next to her, there was a play. She was playing on one machine on a very long-term play, and next to her there was another play. I sat down next to her, put in a $100 bill, put in a $100 bill, put in another one. I put $400 in this machine, and it paid out $90. So, needless to say, I wasn't very happy. Went around, looked at some other stuff, found another one, played that. That got me up to about 140. Found another one, played that, got me to 379. I'm all excited. Played the next one, got me down to about 150. And just overall, couldn't get anything really going. I did play a couple decent ones, but overall, was never able to get out of the hole. So unfortunately, our first loss of the day. It was getting busy in there, but I only saw a few people who knew what they were doing, but just still didn't find many opportunities. So this place actually has some weird stuff going on right now. They have a sweepstakes going on only for older people. So if you're not a senior, then you can't even participate in it. And it's this big long thing where you're getting entries and there's drawings and all this stuff, and it's only for older people, which is interesting. I remember when I owned a lot of property and I had a lot of government housing and things like that, you could discriminate against young people. You can't discriminate against old people. You could discriminate against white people. You can't discriminate against black people. You can discriminate against men, but not women. So it's like so many different ways that the government tries to balance things out, but actually they take opportunity away from people who deserve it as much as others, which is a shame. But yeah, so anyway, I ended up leaving that spot minus 175. So minus 175, we've had a great day already. Unfortunately, that first machine that I played took a long time, and actually I'm a little bit behind where I want to be. Up ahead here, there's a split in the road. I'm going to go one way and see how much time it adds. If it adds too much time, I'm just going to go ahead and turn around and not go to the last casino, because I am running low on time now. So right now it's 36 degrees, still raining. I thought it wasn't supposed to rain today. Oh my gosh. When is it going to stop, all this rain? Man, I am ready for spring to come. I mean, we definitely have spring showers. It's been raining for a darn month, it seems like. It's like it's going to rain until, right until my meeting. So that's nice. That way I can be inside when it stops raining instead of out enjoying it. Let's see, it's going to be, wow. Yeah, Saturday it's going to start getting better, and we're not going to be below freezing anymore. No, never mind. Anyway, things are going to get better later on in the week. Right now, I am moving on to the next place, maybe. Stay tuned, and I'll be back and let you know what happens. Alright guys, I'm back. Looks like it only added about 3 minutes to my trip, so I can definitely go ahead and go to the next casino. Things are going to be tight. I'm going to be looking at 20 minutes, 25 minutes max. And if I'm in there 25 minutes, I'm going to have perfect traffic on the way home. So we'll see what happens here. We'll try not to cut it too close, but we're going to go ahead and go there. The weather just got worse. It just got more rain, and I'm seeing fog again. I don't know why. All of a sudden this month we have so much fog. Never seen anything like this in January before. But that's what's going on right now. I got my laptop next to me, and it looks like snow and ice mixed. That's falling. That's real nice. And then the fog. But got the laptop next to me here. Got the mouse jiggler going, so it looks like I'm working, and on our way here to the next one. So gonna go in there, and then I'll be back to update you, hopefully with some good news. Alright guys, I am back. All that was for a waste. It was just a waste of time. I go in there, the first thing I see is the biggest advantage player in the area. So what do? I still look around and try to find some plays. I talked to him for a couple of minutes, which I shouldn't have done. And he's never in the mood to talk, but today he happened to be in the mood to talk. Talked to him for a few minutes, and just talked about some stuff going on. And we talked about actually the place that I played blackjack out earlier today. The reason I found some opportunities there is all the people there are leaving there because they're not giving good comps and they're not treating people well, so people aren't going there anymore. So, gosh. So I still looked around and I found a few things to play, and basically, actually, how many did I play? One? I guess I found one machine to play, but I wasted a lot of time looking for other things. And with that one machine, I ended up not making any money. So after all that and rushing and everything like that, I end up losing $70. So minus $70 there. Very unfortunate. It's a blend of snow and rain right now. It took up all my free time. Rush hour set in and made the clock even tighter. And so now I am looking at, I'm ahead of schedule by 4 minutes, and I need to stop and get gas. I'm about 35 miles shy of having enough gas. So overall, that stunk. That was not a fun experience. I should have just skipped it. I would have had a half hour, could have stopped somewhere, got something to eat. Instead, I'm going to be rushing and hoping that I get there on time, hoping that there's no big accident on the highway. I'm still over 100 miles away from where I need to be, and with the weather the way it is, I don't see me gaining any time. I see me possibly losing time. So, lesson learned, it's not really worth it. Take your time, make sure you have enough time, and hopefully I won't do the same thing next time. Right now, I'm going to focus on figuring out where I'm going to get gas and just watching the road, and then I'll be back and I want to go over a few other things. Alright guys, I am back. So, still driving here. Weather has gotten a lot worse. It's now mostly snow, a little bit of rain. There is accumulation on the ground now. The temperature is borderline freezing. The ground is wet, the road is wet, and I've been going about 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, and I've gained 0 time because I'm noticing that close to my destination, the drive is getting worse. So it's going from orange to red in a lot of places, probably because of accidents, rush hour, all those different things. So right now I am doing the best I can. I have 30 miles range on the car. I have a gas station in 25 miles I'm going to hit, and then continue on from there, and hopefully things clear up a little bit and I get there in time. I'd love to get something to eat, but I am not going to be late to this meeting. It's an important one. So it's when this stuff happens, it really is exhausting, and that's why, I hate so much having a job, having all these meetings to go to and all these different things, and I feel like it would be safer even for me, other than making more money. I feel like it would be safer for me not to have the job. But anyway, that's where I am right now. I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I got to my meeting 4 minutes before it started. So my GPS said I would get there 4 minutes early. I drove 100 miles and still got there 4 minutes early, even though I was doing 15 to 20 over the speed limit the whole way. So I don't know how that all turned out, but I made it. That's all done. And right now I am heading home. It is 32 degrees, putting into question what I'm going to do tomorrow. Hopefully the temperature is good in the morning. I will look into all that tonight and figure out if I am going to do everything as planned or not. which I hope I am, because tomorrow would be a big opportunity day. Let's go ahead and make some money. 2 or 3 or 4,000 tomorrow. Why not? Why not me? Let's go. You know. So if we get some nice hits and it's still early in the morning, go back and hit a casino twice in one day. There's one I'm going to focus on for tomorrow. Try to hit them twice. I normally only hit them once, but they're normally my third casino of the day. I want to try to hit them early before that. Just do it in a different order. So yeah, I talked to some people today at some of these casinos, and they're telling me that a lot of things are changing with casinos. Casinos are seeing slot hustlers come in and do things, and they're backing off a lot of the opportunity, and it's driving people to other areas, which I totally understand. But you know, we work on small margins, and we know it, and we just have to adjust as they adjust. If an area is not going to be good, then we abandon that area and we move on to another one. Or if we're the only one left in the area, we take advantage of it. So anyway, going to let you go for now. If you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you tomorrow.